Thanks, Sean. Hi, Ryan. You've had a couple of games lately where you've fallen behind in the first period. Winnipeg was up 2-0, Toronto was up 2-1, and you haven't allowed a goal the rest of the way, and you've been able to win. Where is that coming from? Where you're able to keep it under control, even though maybe you fall behind early?
Yeah, well, I think we just stay confident in our group and just play with that relentless attitude and obviously a little bit of desperation in our game. Not enough where we're turning pucks over and we're just forcing things, but we're just constant pressure on them and yeah, it's tough for the other team to get anything going offensively in those scenarios because we're just constantly putting pressure on them and. I think when we're at our best, we're just playing that relentless mindset.
Does any of that come from experience? If you look at you, Leon, Connor, Darnell, some other guys who have played together for a while, where you can look at each other and say, okay, this isn't great, but we know how to handle it. Does that factor in?
Yeah, well, I think enough of us have definitely been together long enough, and everybody else, they've gone through situations on other teams too, and you got to find a way to grab it right when you see it kind of slipping a little bit. After they got that second goal, I thought we did a really good job responding in the second period, and we started putting a lot more pressure on them. So, sometimes it doesn't always go your way right away. You just got to find a way to grab it and take control.
Bob Stauffer, 630 Chad.
Hey, Ryan, just a thought on how you thought it went yesterday playing with Kyle Turris, who's obviously a smart player, but he hadn't played him for a while.
Yeah, no, I thought the chemistry was there pretty early. We created more than we gave up. It's obviously nice having him for some face-off help, and like you said, he's a very smart player. Reads situations really well, and is always in a good spot. So makes things easy on myself and on Yamel. So definitely like the way it felt out there last night, and I got to continue on that tonight.
Ryan, you've had some of your better games at the Bell Center in Montreal. I know the fans aren't there, but is it still a fun place to play, even though maybe it doesn't have the same feel without obviously the 21,000 fans?
Yeah, it's always a fun place to play. Tons of history, you know that. So even getting to practice there last week, it's still a cool experience. This many years in the league, but I still you still get to enjoy it and really can take it all in. And obviously with fans, the atmosphere is incredible, and they get you right into it. There's no lack of energy in the building, but without fans, it's still exciting, and it's still the old classic building.
Harry Jones, Post Media.
Ryan, you guys have made the second game of these back-to-backs seemingly part of your DNA. Can you speak to that?
Well, we're playing a lot of them this year. We found a way to create energy right off the start. Usually that's the way that we need to play. You got to find a way to make yourself get yourself into it right away. Play with some energy, play with some life, and kind of dictate the pace of the game from there. And I think we've had a little bit of success so far this year, like you said, and I got to keep that rolling.
And can you give us an update on your contract as we get close to the trade deadline here?
Well, right now I'm just kind of focusing on playing. There's not a whole lot to update at this point, obviously. The update will be when something happens.
Jack Michael, 630 Chad.
You lit up a little bit when Bob mentioned the Bell Center. Is that because the club is 8-1-1 in your tenure there?
I didn't know that, but we've always had some good games here. Like I said before, it's always fun to play in this building. Usually with the fans, it's a crazy atmosphere. It's definitely one of the best places to play in the league, and without fans, it's no different.
What is the save, or two for that matter, for Mike Smith? But I'm thinking of the one on McCabe in particular. When it seems to the bench that the other team isn't going to get to 3, does it give you guys a boost knowing you've got time to rally?
Absolutely. He made some huge saves for us that kept us in it. Gave us a chance to get ourselves back in it. even at the end of the first period, a few plays in the second period where we were starting to feel good, starting to get rolling now, and he made some huge saves for us that, like I said, just gave us a chance to get ourselves back into it. And at the end of the day, we did that. And yeah, I mean, he gives us a lot of confidence back there, and we know that we can rely on him at all times.